The Mariners, they've been surging. Yes, they had a tough loss yesterday, tough series against the Baltimore Orioles, but they're in the mix. And that guy right behind you is a big reason why.
You're exactly right. The Mariners pitching staff is dangerous. Nobody wants to see the Mariners get in the playoffs and coming to see them with the arms they have stacked up behind Luis Castillo. But it's time we give George Kirby some love.
Yeah, because you said, you think he's the best strike thrower in the league.
I know he is.
What does that mean?
Well, it means he pounds the strike zone at more often than anybody else does, and he does it with intent. Give me the quote right here. This is a quote from George Kirby. I'm like just so obsessed with throwing strikes. I hate walking.
I love
people.
that.
Hate's a strong word. We don't hate many things. We hate walking people. Walks are just, I don't know. My whole career, I've just hated them. I believe in no free bases. I just really stress that. Living in the zone and trying to beat guys in the zone. That tells me confidence. You're throwing the ball within the box and we'll start the tape and you'll see this young man just has so much of that confidence. And
because that philosophy comes with peril.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly right. And he's just come up as a rookie, Roflo. You just don't see guys attack the strike zone right when they come up to the big leagues. You see guys pitter-patting away. We've seen the exact opposite from number 68, Big George Kirby from New York. This is where I started to take big-time notice. This is on the road in the Rogers Center in a hostile series. Who does Scott Service go to close out the game? This rookie. Why? Because he knew he was going to throw strikes and not give free bases. Roflo, you know what he did to your Astros?
I remember that game.
7 shutout. You know what the Astros are? The world champs. My guy threw 7 shutout as a rookie in the postseason against the world champions. That is impressive. He throws first pitch strikes, and here's Saturday. You see the fastball, and watch him flip the curveball in. There's the fastball at the top of the zone at 99. There's a sinker at 98. There's the split that he doesn't throw tons. Look at the sinker and the movement. There's just four seam. There's sinking action. There's my breaking ball for a strike. And these are all first pitch strikes is what I'm showing you right here.
And this is a deep lineup he's doing this to.
That's exactly right. The first place Baltimore team, but you see the ability to be able to flip it in. And then when you get 2 strikes, watch him just now start to attack the corners more and use the split down out of the zone. Perfect front hip sinker right there. Breaking ball now disappearing down below the zone. The ability to command the baseball is everything. I think about 2 guys, David Wells and Greg Maddux. Stop this right here. This is great. Roll this back here. I'm going to finish that thought on Greg Maddux and David Wells were the best 2 guys at throwing strikes and making the other opposition beat you. When you look right here, I want to show you. It's tough to see, but this is the split finger. He only throws this split about 10% of the time, Roflo. But the way George Kirby throws strikes, and when he starts incorporating this split more, it is filthy. Go ahead and start, and you're just going to see how a split comes out.
Oh, right there. That's nice.
It's nice to see the split finger right there, and then that split, this pointer finger has to finish on top. And you see he does an incredible job of that, and this ball disappears. It's almost 15 miles an hour at times off the fastball. Fastball gets up towards 100, and you're just seeing right here mechanics, stiff front side. Back that up for me real fast. This is something that I did as well, and roll it, and I'll stop it in just a second. Let's stop it right here, and you can see enough to see that this chest is out over the front side. George Kirby comes right here, and we'll talk mechanics, and I did a little the same. He lands on a soft front knee, D-Row, but then you create leverage by extending it, right? So this front knee, watch out, you're here, and now when you're releasing the ball, you're gonna extend this leg. It creates incredible leverage. What George Kirby does so good is if you're gonna do that, and really create that leverage, you have to have this front chest out over finish, right? When I was late in my career, my back was locking up. I could not make this move. I
is that front foot, is it slightly bent when you land?
When you land, okay. and then it goes in from there to boom, right?
Okay.
George, you'll see when we start this tape, it's gonna end, but the move is this. Pitchers we all talk about drop and drive. Pitchers, if I don't get my front chest out over my front knee in this position, if I do this, Roflo, and stand up and throw that ball, I'm pushing it towards home plate. There's not as much life. Extension's not the same. It's just that move right there that George Kirby does so well. He gets here, right here, comes up, but this finishes out here, and that's extension. That's why the fastball has life and why he plays. So, young kids, if you're watching, that front chest has to be out over that front knee. No matter how you want your front knee to end up, chest has to be over it.
Now, we've got some graphics here that we're going to look at. He's obvious. Let me ask a silly question. Why don't more pitchers do that? Is it just because they don't have the stuff to live in the zone like he does?
You're exactly right.
Okay.
This is showing right here the highest percentage of first pitch strikes in the league. And you'll see, I know Jamison Tyone hasn't been outstanding this year. He was outstanding to getting that contract. His stuff just hasn't played, and he's been hit more, but he's being ultra aggressive. You see everybody else on this list: Lopez, Scherzer, Kirby, my guy Lorenzen just threw a no-hitter, and Zach Gallen. These are the best pitchers in the league. And why are they the best pitchers? Because they're getting ahead of guys. When you get ahead, you can now exploit their weakness, and you put them in a defensive mode. The difference in 1-0 or 0-1 is everything.
Oh, look at this.
And you see right here some more. This
you got some unusual names on here.
Hey, Roflo, we've got 14 walks on the year. Garrett Cole, who I love and I think is the Cy Young frontrunner, has 40 plus. This guy's got 14. The guys are going to walk.
And you were saying that in some cases, there's relievers that have more walks than George Kirby.
There's going to be people walk 14 guys this month coming up, you know. And so George Kirby just deserves all the credit from coming on the scene, being a rookie, to showing out in the postseason, to getting better this year. And we're seeing, you know, a maturization process being with Jose Castillo, you know, and some of the guys that he's with out there.
Yeah, you got Logan Gilbert, Luis Castillo, you got this guy.
I said, Jose, yeah, you're exactly right. Having Luis Castillo come over and you have a front guy sit up there, George Kirby can do everything stuff-wise that Castillo can do.
No, and you're right. If they can find a way to get in.
Nobody wants a part of
that is a devastating rotation to have to.
This kid deserves all the credit in the world.